Texas CDL practice test.
Question 1. Going down a mountain, upon reaching your safe speed, you should then brake to
5 miles per hour slower. 10 miles per hour slower. 15 miles per hour slower. 20 miles per hour slower.
Answer.
5 miles per hour slower.
Question 2. If you have a convex mirror, for example, fisheye, spot, bug eye, what should you allow for?
That objects may appear to be faster than they really are. That objects may appear larger than they really are. That objects may appear closer than they really are. That objects may appear to be smaller and farther away than they really are.
Answer.
That objects may appear to be smaller and farther away than they really are.
Question 3. If starting from a standstill on a hill, what's the best way to get moving?
Slide back until you are starting from a position horizontal across the slope. Push in the clutch partway before releasing the brake. Rev in the engine with your foot on the brake pedal, then let the brake go. Press on the gas, even if you have to roll back a little.
Answer.
Push in the clutch partway before releasing the brake.
Question 4. Federal, state, and local regulations concerning cargo weight, securement, and cover vary widely. Which should you obey?
Federal regulations. State regulations. Local regulations. All of the above.
Answer.
All of the above.
Question 5. If you have to stop on a divided highway, how should you place your warning triangles?
All in a line at the rear of the vehicle. At 10 feet, 100 feet and 200 feet, all facing the approaching traffic. In a triangle pattern 50 feet from the rear of the vehicle. Surrounding the vehicle, one front, one back, one side.
Answer.
At 10 feet, 100 feet and 200 feet, all facing the approaching traffic.
Question 6. For which of these circumstances should you not use your horn?
To alert another driver to your presence. To alert another driver to a hazard. To warn a pedestrian who may not have seen you. To show somebody they have annoyed you.
Answer.
To show somebody they have annoyed you.
Question 7. If an accident victim is bleeding heavily, what should you do to help?
Don't interfere, wait for a doctor. Attempt to bandage the wound. Wind a tourniquet above the wound. Apply direct pressure to the wound.
Answer.
Apply direct pressure to the wound.
Question 8. If you are towing another vehicle, what is the maximum length of tow connection you are permitted?
25 feet. 40 feet. 15 feet. 10 feet.
Answer.
15 feet.
Question 9. How should you check for overhanging hazards, trees, power lines, etc., before backing up?
Look out of the windows. Get out of the vehicle and walk around to check for yourself. Ask someone else to check. Look in your mirrors.
Answer.
Get out of the vehicle and walk around to check for yourself.
Question 10. If lug nuts have streaks of rust on them, what might that indicate?
They might be loose. It's not a problem. They might be frozen. They're in danger of sharing.
Answer.
They might be loose.
Question 11. How should you position your trailer to check the alignment of your mirrors?
Hanging to the right. Hanging to the left. Doesn't matter. Straight with your cab.
Answer.
Straight with your cab.
Question 12. If you have a cargo fire inside a box trailer, it's important that you
don't open the doors. Get an extinguisher on the fire as quickly as possible. Enlist the help of bystanders. Keep driving until you reach help.
Answer.
Don't open the doors.
Question 13. If you are stopped by the police and refuse to submit to a breath test or other testing method for drugs or alcohol, what will happen?
You will be allowed to leave with a warning. You will receive a summons in the mail. You will be followed for a mile to check you're safe to drive. You will be treated as if you failed the test and lose your license.
Answer.
You will be treated as if you failed the test and lose your license.
Question 14. The minimum number of tie downs on a load is
2, 4, 3, 1.
Answer.
2.
Question 15. If the road has been recently repaved, what can that mean for you going through an underpass?
It will make no difference in any way. You can take it faster than you did before. You should slow down to assess the new road surface. The clearance height may be lower than it was previously.
Answer.
The clearance height may be lower than it was previously.
Question 16. How can you avoid temporary night blindness from other drivers' lights?
Turn on your own high beams to warn them to turn theirs down. Put on sunglasses. Look at the sidelines instead. There's no way to avoid it.
Answer.
Look at the sidelines instead.
Question 17. If you have to stop on an undivided road, how should you set out your emergency warning triangles?
All three in front. One front and one rear, and one nearer the vehicle toward traffic in the same lane. Two in front, and one further in front toward traffic in the opposite lane. All three in the rear.
Answer.
One front and one rear, and one nearer the vehicle toward traffic in the same lane.
Question 18. If you're driving in town, how far will your recommended 12-15-second planning ahead measure in distance?
About 3 blocks. About a single block. About 100 yards. About 100 feet.
Answer.
About a single block.
Question 19. How many different states' commercial driver's licenses can you hold simultaneously?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Answer.
1.
Question 20. How soon should oil pressure rise to a normal level after starting the engine?
Within minutes. Within a mile's drive. Within seconds. Within the first hour.
Answer.
Within seconds.
Question 21. What are two of the most common causes of tire fires?
Underinflation and duals that touch. Loose lug nuts and duals that touch. Overinflation and duals that touch. Mismatched tires and loose lug nuts.
Answer.
Underinflation and duals that touch.
Question 22. What should you be aware of when passing a motorcycle?
That motorcyclists may be reckless. That your vehicle can throw a motorcycle off course. That motorcyclists may swerve more suddenly than an automobile. That they may be able to accelerate much faster than you.
Answer.
That your vehicle can throw a motorcycle off course.
Question 23. When descending a hill in the state of Texas, what is it unlawful for you to do?
To drive more than 10 miles an hour below the posted limit. To sound your horn when you get to a curve. To coast down the hill. To cross the dotted line on the highway.
Answer.
To coast down the hill.
Question 24. If you've been drinking alcohol, the only way to prepare yourself for your next trip is:
make yourself vomit. Drink a lot of coffee. To wait the minimum amount of time it will take that amount of alcohol to leave your system. Take some exercise to sweat it out.
Answer.
To wait the minimum amount of time it will take that amount of alcohol to leave your system.
Question 25. Driving on a highway, it is recommended that you monitor a quarter of a mile ahead. At highway speeds, this equates to
30-50 seconds, 15-30 seconds, 5-10 seconds, 12-15 seconds.
Answer.
12-15 seconds.
Question 26. A bridge formula restricts the axle weight for axles which
are further apart than normal, are closer together, don't have dual tires, are a single axle.
Answer.
Are closer together.
Question 27. If there is an obstacle in the road and you have a choice of directions around it, why should you choose to go right,
No reason. Turning right is easier. It will avoid driving into oncoming traffic. There may be a paved shoulder on the right-hand side.
Answer.
It will avoid driving into oncoming traffic.
Question 28. If you can see the rear or front end of the vehicle but can't see the driver, you must assume.
You can safely ignore it. There's no one in the vehicle. It's not going to move. S. He can't see you.
Answer.
S. He can't see you.
Question 29. How many red warning triangle flares, reflectors should your vehicle be carrying?
2, 3, 1, 4.
Answer.
3.
Question 30. If you must leave the road to avoid a collision, you should
Stay on the shoulder until fully stopped. Avoid braking. Keep one set of wheels on the pavement. All of the above.
Answer.
All of the above.
Question 31. If you travel at 55 miles per hour instead of 65 miles per hour, you could improve your fuel economy by as much as
By 20 gallons per year. A mile per gallon. No real difference. A gallon per trip.
Answer.
A mile per gallon.
Question 32. If backing with the tractor trailer, turning the wheel left will do what?
Turn the cab left and the trailer right. Turn the cab right and the trailer right. Turn the cab right and the trailer left. Turn the cab left and the trailer left.
Answer.
Turn the cab left and the trailer right.
Question 33. If you are tested and found to have a blood alcohol concentration below 0.04% but above 0.0, what will happen?
You will be allowed to proceed. You will be taken out of service for 24 hours. You will face a small fine. You will be arrested.
Answer.
You will be taken out of service for 24 hours.
Question 34. You are following another vehicle. What is the minimum space you should maintain between the two vehicles?
10 feet. Enough space for a following vehicle to overtake and enter the space between you safely. 5 feet. Whatever distance you decide is safe.
Answer.
Enough space for a following vehicle to overtake and enter the space between you safely.
Question 35. To gain a CDL in Texas, you must self-certify that
You are not addicted to drugs. You are not an insulin-dependent diabetic. You are not addicted to alcohol. All of the above.
Answer.
All of the above.
Question 36. If you double your speed, how much does your stopping distance increase?
3 times. By 50%. 4 times. 2 times.
Answer.
4 times.
Question 37. Which of these commercial vehicles must come to a complete stop at a railroad crossing?
Heavy equipment, for example steamrollers. School buses. Trucks carrying explosives. All of the above.
Answer.
All of the above.
Question 38. How do you know when it's time to shift gear?
By monitoring the vehicle speed and the engine speed. When you reach a predetermined speed. When the engine starts to howl. When the engine starts to shudder.
Answer.
By monitoring the vehicle speed and the engine speed.
Question 39. What is the greatest weight allowed for any vehicle or combination of vehicles, plus load, in the state of Texas?
60,000 pounds. 80,000 pounds. 70,000 pounds. 50,000 pounds.
Answer.
80,000 pounds.
Question 40. Descending a long downgrade, which of these will help you if you have brake difficulties?
An escape ramp. A turn going uphill. An open field. All of the above.
Answer.
All of the above.
Question 41. If the railroad crossing has a steep approach, exit, what should you be very aware of?
You could get hung up on the track. You'll need to change down gear as you approach. You'll need to brake as you go down the other side. You're going to be slower getting across.
Answer.
You could get hung up on the track.
Question 42. If you hit a thick fog bank, what's the best thing to do?
Speed up to get through it. Proceed as normal with your fog lights on. Slow down and turn on your high beams. Stop in a safe place and wait for it to pass.
Answer.
Stop in a safe place and wait for it to pass.
Question 43. If you have a BC-type fire extinguisher, what is it suitable for dealing with?
Electrical fires and burning liquids. Cloth and wood fires. Wood and paper fires. Tire fires.
Answer.
Electrical fires and burning liquids.
Question 44. If your load protrudes more than 4 feet beyond the rear of your vehicle, which of these do you need in Texas?
A special permit. A red flag at least 12 by 12 inches, day. A burning red light visible for 500 feet, night. All of the above.
Answer.
All of the above.
Question 45. If you're carrying hazardous materials, what should you do with the shipping paper when you're out of the cab? For example, eating in a diner.
Keep it with you. Hide it carefully within your vehicle. Tuck it under your windshield wiper. Leave it in plain view on the driver's seat.
Answer.
Leave it in plain view on the driver's seat.
Question 46. Which of the following are you not allowed to transport on public highways in Texas in an open truck?
Wood chips, gravel, sand. Any of the above.
Answer.
Any of the above.
Question 47. When performing a walk-around inspection, what must you do to the steering system?
Grab the steering mechanism to test it. Test what happens under braking conditions. Turn the steering wheel. Visually inspect the steering mechanism.
Answer.
Grab the steering mechanism to test it.
Question 48. How long should the mud flaps on a truck and trailer be?
Long enough to reach within 6 inches of the roadway. Long enough to reach within a foot of the roadway. Long enough to reach within 4 inches of the roadway. Long enough to reach within 8 inches of the roadway.
Answer.
Long enough to reach within 8 inches of the roadway.
Question 49. After your first stop, how often must you stop to check your cargo is secure?
Every hour, 50 miles. Every 3 hours, 150 miles. Every 2 hours, 100 miles. Every 4 hours, 200 miles.
Answer.
Every 3 hours, 150 miles.
Question 50. If you need to establish a warning system at a time when artificial light is not required, what should you use in place of your warning triangles, flares, reflectors, according to Texas law?
A reflective jacket. 2 red flags. Nothing is needed. Your emergency flashers.
Answer.
2 red flags. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.